Good afternoon, YouTubers. I am Angela Logan, and this is Everyday Shenanigans. It is Sunday, November 24th, 2019. Thanks for joining me. Warm greetings from the high 10. I hope you all are having a wonderful and prosperous weekend. I would like to bring you an update on the disappearance of Aniah Blanchard, 19, of Auburn, Alabama. There is an update. A second suspect has been arrested in the connection to her kidnapping, and it reads as follows. And if you need verification for this article information that I'm bringing you, you can log on to the Daily News. Second suspect arrested in disappearance of Alabama college student Aniah Blanchard. A second suspect has been arrested in connection with the disappearance of Alabama college student Aniah Blanchard, the stepdaughter of a UFC heavyweight fighter. Antoine Squirmy Fisher was arrested Friday night by Auburn police in Montgomery and booked into the Lee County Jail on Saturday morning. He has been charged with first-degree kidnapping, according to Lee County District Attorney Brandon Hughes. Blanchard, 19, was last seen at a convenience store in Auburn on October 23rd. Suspect Ibrahim Yazid, who was seen with Blanchard when she vanished, is also in custody and charged with kidnapping. A witness saw Yazid force Blanchard into her vehicle and drive away. The car was found abandoned about 50 miles away. A man's DNA was found in the vehicle, and Yazid was ordered to submit a sample. Auburn Police Chief Paul Register had previously said that it was likely that Yazid did not act alone. We do think there's a likelihood someone else is involved in this case, and we hope to bring that person to justice as well, he told the Associated Press earlier this month. Blanchard, a student at Southern Union State Community College, is the stepdaughter of UFC fighter Walt Harris. Well, that's all I have for right now. So they do have a suspect. I guess not much information has been revealed, because this is the second site that I went on to get verification for this story. But just an update for those of you who are inquiring and interested in this story. Miss Blanchard, in the connection to her disappearance, there has been a second suspect arrested in connection to the kidnapping of Miss Blanchard. And once again, I'm going to give you the person's name so you can have it for your own verification. Antoine, aka Squirmy Fisher, arrested Friday night by the Auburn police in Montgomery, is where he was located. So as you see, as the case stands at the moment, there are two African-American males who have now been arrested in connection with Miss Blanchard's kidnapping. As they stated, they assumed there was another person. They have someone else. I don't know what evidence they have. It was not mentioned in this article. And as I had stated before in my previous videos, I think it is very, it's sickening to know that this child is missing. There has not been any information of her whereabouts. Mr. Yazid has not talked to authorities to tell of any information pertaining to Miss Blanchard, and now they have arrested a second person, and it's just sickening to know that he exacted a crime against this young lady, then gets someone else, has someone else alongside for the crime, and we still know nothing about where this young lady is located. And as I've stated before, it amazes me how a person could go out, one, just to commit this heinous act, and then have the audacity to also bring someone else along, and they're foolish to go along with the crime. I wish I had more information to give you, but I definitely will stay on this case and bring you more information. And as you know, you're just not getting everything. And I'm sure most of you are curious to the second suspect. And it makes me think that these two, now that we know there's a second suspect, they lied in wait for Miss Blanchard, because the fact that her car was found in Montgomery tells you a lot about, the crime itself. You may not have all the details as of yet, but just to know that her car made it to another town, and she was abducted, taken from Auburn, and then her car was found at an apartment complex in Montgomery. One can suspect that someone, Mr. Yazid, and now his co-conspirator, were inside of another vehicle lying in wait for someone. Sadly, Miss Blanchard was that someone who crossed their paths that night. And they waited for a victim. And he obviously got out, forced her into her vehicle, and this person followed suit. This is a tragedy. And you hate to assume the worst, but we are now at a month in with no information about this young lady's whereabouts, and it is sickening. And as I've told many of you, you see how sick the world is, how vindictive people are, and that they don't care anything about you. And so, as I've stated, looking out for one person to harm you is one thing, but now we have others who get involved in said crimes. And it would be one thing to fight off one person, but two or three, I mean, come on. This is horrible. This is horrible news, and I wish I had better news to bring you. But that is the latest update in Miss Aniah Blanchard's disappearance. There are now 2 suspects that have been arrested, and I will bring you further details when I get that said information. Thanks for joining me, and you all have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.